According to recent reports, the Nintendo Switch has now sold over 129 million units, surpassing the Wii and Game Boy family in lifetime sales. This makes the home console handheld hybrid now the third best-selling console of all time, only behind the Nintendo DS and PlayStation 2. And it's no mystery as to why. It has a gigantic library of amazing games that continues to grow with every year. Switch is the only place to play the many great Nintendo exclusives, 5 of which we're going to be talking about today. Here are 5 Nintendo Switch games that everyone will love. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you've been involved with video games during some point in your life, you've probably discovered the fun of Super Smash Bros. Whether you remember the days of the original on Nintendo 64, got into Melee on the GameCube, joined during the hype of Brawl on Nintendo Wii, or if your Smash roots are with the 3DS or Wii U, you'll find something familiar and nostalgic with the Switch's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Whether it's the roster of iconic video game characters young and old, or the sight of a classic stage striking a deep-rooted gaming memory, Smash Ultimate is a celebration of video games that nearly everyone can appreciate. Whether you're looking to play multiplayer with friends, go on a quest to unlock all the fighters yourself, or clearing all the vast single-player content, it's hard for me to recommend anything else above Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for someone who might be looking to get back into Nintendo gaming. This is one of the first Switch games I would recommend to pretty much everybody. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Another must-buy for the console, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is, without argument, the definitive Mario Kart experience. Similarly to Smash Bros, if you're at all associated with Nintendo, you probably have some Mario Kart experience already. If you've ever enjoyed Mario Kart in the past and are looking to get more of that kart racing action back into your life, there is simply no better way than with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Nintendo Switch. 8 Deluxe includes remastered versions of classic courses you might remember from older games in the franchise. There's even an ongoing downloadable course pack that includes even more remastered tracks from history. If you're looking for a fun multiplayer experience on Switch, whether that be locally with friends or online, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is no doubt one of the first titles I would recommend. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I realize it's probably a pretty low chance that you're watching this and haven't heard of Animal Crossing New Horizons. The game seemed to take over the public attention a few years ago, but it doesn't matter what your interests are or whether or not you've played games in the past. You'll still find something to enjoy in Animal Crossing. Whether you feel like dedicating 1 hour a month or several hours a day, in New Horizons, you get out what you put in. If you're unfamiliar with the concept, essentially you are a human living on an island inhabited by bipedal animals who walk, talk, and seemingly lead regular lives. As the resident representative, you're in charge of improving island life. Whether that's by creating new homes and shops, recruiting folks to live on the island, contributing to the culture by donating aquatic life, insects, and fine art to the local museum, or even putting your skills with the shovel to the test. Because in this version of Animal Crossing, we can terraform the actual surface of the land. Customization and building your fantasy island home is the name of the game in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and there's never been a better chance to get into this charming little series than on Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Maybe you want something a little more substantial. Maybe you're in the mood to immerse yourself in a fantasy world, and possibly lose over 100 hours of your life in the process. If so, then the best course of action on Nintendo Switch is to start with Breath of the Wild. Critically acclaimed as one of the best video games of all time, this is certainly a hardcore experience that requires a bit more of a learning curve than Mario Kart or Animal Crossing. But the great thing is, you don't need to have played another Zelda game to get what you want to get out of Breath of the Wild. In this grand adventure game set in a massive world, you can freely roam, and the adventure never slows down or stops. There's always something worthwhile to uncover, so don't leave any stone unturned. There are 120 hidden shrines across the world, and that only scratches the surface of what you can find. As a lifelong Nintendo fan who has played most of the big releases on the hardware, I think this is one of the 2 or 3 best games on the system by a wide margin, and easily one of the best video games of all time. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. You know, it would be easy to recommend the newest 3D Mario adventure, Super Mario Odyssey, but when I really think about it, the #1 release that most people should be considering if they can find it is this collection of 3 classic Mario games. Super Mario 3D All-Stars includes optimized versions of one of the best Nintendo Wii games, Super Mario Galaxy, the GameCube's tropical island adventure, Super Mario Sunshine, and the all-time classic that paved the way into the era of 3D gaming, Super Mario 64. Say what you want about this being a collection of ports and not full-on remasters. Say what you want about 3D All-Stars being a limited time release. The bottom line is these are some of the best and most beloved video games of all time. And the fact that they're all playable on Nintendo Switch for the price of a single game is incredible. Not only is it great value to have 3 all-time classic games in one, it's a chance to reconnect with games you might have loved in the past without having to dig up old hardware. I guess this is technically cheating since it's 3 games in one, but I had to add it. Super Mario 3D All-Stars comes highly recommended from me, and it's the last of the 5 Nintendo Switch games I would recommend to everyone who ends up buying the console. So what do you think? Are there any other releases you would classify as must-buys for anyone who buys a Switch? What are your picks for the most widely loved games on the console? I'd love to hear all about it in the comments down below. If you like this, then remember to keep it here with this channel for more Nintendo content, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks as always for watching.